We are at the Skylight Studios here in Woburn. It's the home of the sculptor Robert Shure, right here, who has been creating the Sarah Bradley Fulton statue that's going to be placed at Medford City Hall. This is the clay rendering right here. Isn't it gorgeous? And this is going to be on a pedestal. And here's our sculptor. So Robert, how long is it taking you to do this kind of work?
Well, it's pretty intensive. It takes quite a long time. I start with actually a drawing where we designed it and we selected the position we wanted, worked with the committee, and then from that's two-dimensional. From that, I make it into three-dimensional, this is called a maquette, a small model, and this is a plaster cast of the clay model that I did. And from this size, I enlarge it to the full-size model. So this is all made out of clay. But the clay is temporary material. So what I'm going to start doing is making a negative mold of this clay model. And then in the process, the clay will be destroyed, mostly destroyed. And that negative mold is used at our foundry. And from that, we make a wax reproduction, because keeping in mind that mold is the negative and then the wax is going to be a positive. And then the foundry makes yet another mold over the wax, over the inside and outside of the wax, and they put that in a big oven, and the wax slowly melts out in the mold. And that's why it's called lost wax casting. And where the wax used to be, they pour the bronze, but it's all cast in pieces because they can't cast the whole thing all in one piece because it's impossible, because the bronze, once you pour it, it takes 6 seconds and then it starts turning solid again, so it's a very short time. So the bronze is made in sections and then it's all welded and pinned together to make the final piece, and the final finishing and patination is done likely here, and then from here it'll go to Medford.
And I see you work with a model, huh? You brought in a model?
For most of my sculptures I work with live models, and I study so the folds and the drapery would be very natural, and I always dress them in period costumes. So.
I love the detail here.
Washington, so there's a remnant of the oar and the rope, and this is like the planking on the rowboat.
I see there's a planking here. Now this is going to be on, you want to describe the pedestal this is going to be on?
This is going to be on a chunk of granite that's about 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot high. And on the front of that is going to be a narrative plaque which tells a short history of Sarah.
So when people come to see the statue, they can read the plaque, who she is and what she did, which was quite a lot. And this is going to be a wonderful addition to the community. This statue that's honoring our very own revolutionary heroine, Sarah Bradley Fulton.